let's zoo. So, today, we're going to get straight into building our very first zoo. I've just created my avatar. And I wasn't sure whether to go into career, franchise, or sandbox just for this first hour. But yeah, since it's supposed to be me just trying to test out the game, I think I'm going to follow what it's recommending with the first steps here and go into career and do a bit of a tutorial. Yeah, so I wanted to start off with this just because, we'll do it on medium. I'm sure that's fine. It'll tell us what to do. Yeah, because I played Zoo Tycoon 2 about 2 decades ago, around then. So I really did want to go back to something that I might have an idea about. It's something that I really enjoyed as a kid as well. Yeah. So I did have a look at a couple of the other options, and it was asking us which biomes we wanted to start in and stuff, which did make me a little worried it's going to be a bit more restricted when you choose one. But yeah, I'll just roll with it when we do. And the idea of the franchise, zoo sounded good. It sounded like you had to trade with other people. Yeah, it sounded like you had to properly breed the animals and trade them with other people to unlock stuff, so it sounded really good. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to take this long to load, so we'll probably run a few minutes over the hour as well, which is fine, because it'll probably take us a good while to get through the tutorial anyway. Just come up with a Steam achievement. Alright, yeah, it's really not liking this. I'm sure Stu Davis will pop up occasionally. I'm sure I can find some animal to name him after. In fact, he's enough of an animal that he's probably in the game. So far.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off.
Cool. So I'll have...
Don't worry though, I'm not completely
carrying
throwing
on.
you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Looks great, to be fair.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Just quickly, gonna go into the options, see if I can just turn it down a little bit. Let's put it on low instead. Should be fine. Still looks good. Although now I've lost my tutorial. That's not what I wanted.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Yep.
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
No, that's a tree.
This is where you
Zachary.
can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel? See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Go up. I see. Quicker way. It's not really quicker. Is there a way to like rotate the camera? This is a bit odd. Yeah, I mean that'll do. Don't know where I've gone, but fuck's sake. Alright. I've lost it. Alright, here we are.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Okay, cool. And definitely looks good.
As you can see, it's a lovely space
Plays
for animals,
alright.
but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Got you.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
Cool. Right, so I've done that. How do we...
When you adopt an animal,
Come in.
it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Alright. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
You say you've marked it. There's no like mini map just to tell you exactly where it is, so you still got to look around for that.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment.
Yeah. So
Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
okay, so
Let's start
gotta
by
sort
making
this out.
sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Right, so that'd be facilities. So this is for right habitat. They said they wanted a small one, didn't they? Feeding station. Is there somewhere that says which one they want? I mean, I know she just told me, but I wasn't really listening to her that well. I think she just said the small, so. Alright, so it's got the list of animals at the bottom here. Common warthog. So. You just stick that in the middle. Oh, right. No, that's a food trough, and that's a water bowl. Okay, so completely different things anyway.
Stimulation to keep
Got
them
you.
happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare. Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Okay, all seems simple enough so far. Over here.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner. Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something
there
that
we go.
requires your concentration.
Middle
Because
mouse
it'll
button.
stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it. Right, let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Oh, fuck off. that'll do. Might be a slightly different height to the rest. Sure, it's fine. That is joint there, isn't it? Don't you start. Right, that's definitely not connected there, is it? Right, what if I just...
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
Can I just go over this current one line?
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Can we charge
Before
people
we
to get
attack
in?
Ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
Cool.
By the way,
Okay,
as
so-
well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll
Yeah.
run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
I got it, I figured it out.
To be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
I assume I just want all 3 of these.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Seeing how I can rotate it. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Yeah, so how can I... Really? What does it want me to do then? It's to move. You joking? What do you want me to do? Holy fuck. No. That's what I meant. It's really giving me so much trouble just to put this down. Had I not just done that?
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we? Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off. Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Yeah, so I think I'll nail this tutorial and then I will
Righty. Your next job is to
start
build
building
a
my
habitat
own.
from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier. Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
I got it. So why is it highlighted that bit? Does it want us to enclose that off? Okay, yeah, so it wants it to be 3.7 meters. Keep this common. Ah, fuck, I'm just gonna... I don't know why I can't make that less. I haven't run out of money or anything. Why is it just not letting me build now? Okay, anyway, so can we just build this entire side out of glass? And then they can see pretty much all of it. Can I not build like a shorter little bit of fence? Just quickly. I really don't like that at all. Cross and build it straight to here. Is it being a bugger doing that? Oh yeah, I completely forgot to make it glass. Yeah, let's make this side glass. With a door going in here. Perfect. Boundary is done. I don't know why it's saying it isn't. Oh yeah, that's not actually connected to a thing. I'll put the door.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't
Good.
forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
So just need the
Okay,
tigers now.
that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers. Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers,
Well enough.
let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Yeah, habitat.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Easy enough.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat? Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you. Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
So it does tell you what you want, what they want.
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
So it's just an auto one,
Okay,
but
then,
you can
on the
just...
terrain editing tool, select painting and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
So long grass. Okay, or not. Maybe the habitat's just not big enough to deal with that. Okay, I'll just keep going, I guess, until it carries on. Oh, the thing with... Right, yeah, I see. Yeah, so when I was adding grass, it was actually there was too much grass in the first place. That's got to be enough, right? There we go. Okay.
They say the good fences make good
Getting it
neighbors.
slowly.
I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Okay, so I think there's still a gold thing left to do here.
Let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve.
Shouldn't
their
take too
social
long now.
welfare.
Fowls. Okay. There we go.
Now then,
Pretty
just
cool
find one of the
habitat.
peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
Damn it. Too few adults and
Expand their
juveniles in
social
animal
welfare
social
and
group.
more detail.
Yeah. So
They've
basically
clearly
they
got
just want
plenty of
more.
space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
This is why them all, I guess.
Right, as you can see, the peafowlers need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Apart from that, my
Good work on
actual
those peafowls.
building
I
not
expect they'll be
rotating
delivered
properly.
soon.
It's fairly simple so far.
It sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
There's a button just to go wherever. Okay.
Just like people,
So
animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests. Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Okay.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Oh, is that good enough? Or we're gonna need to wait a little while. I guess it's not enough. Oh, it is getting colder. One more bang in the middle.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so
Yeah.
be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Do you see any leopards to click on them? Okay, so I can find one just from the menu. Oh, okay. They are there. They were just smaller than I was expecting. 100%. Okay, so is it just the habitat that they want us to sort? Terrain welfare. So it's just this one, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Terrain. 71%. It's too much long grass, not enough snow.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section. As you can see, this list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
These out first, because there's a lot more of them. Not very happy with it, so... Terrain. Way too much soil, not enough long or short grass. It looks like a nice, relaxing game to do. Not too dissimilar to the original Zoo Tycoon franchise. So I thought I'd better do the tutorial because there is some of that would have started annoying me, I think, if I hadn't have done this, but I feel like just after that last bit I'll be alright to figure it out. This is a big enclosure, I didn't realise. Can I increase the size of it? Just 100% replace everything. Okay, so I've just got enough long grass there, so I'll just put in some short grass as well. Just to get that to the right kind of amount. I can kind of fine tune it after that, I reckon. Because beyond all these trees, I can't exactly tell what the terrain is. I'm going to assume there's too much soil there. Replace this. Too much soil. I wonder in that lion enclosure actually, could I have used the rocks as the kind of one of the enclosure walls? Or did I have to build that concrete thing that I did? Okay, yeah, so they should be fairly happy with that. We'll check overall on this. I mean, they're happier. Oh, they haven't got the enrichment. Got you. So that needs to be fixed. Which be habitat. Enrichment. So can we search for the animals? The zebras, aren't we? Alright, so just any... Oops, didn't mean to be typing them. So, is it just any of these? Oh, right, yeah. It's just no food at all there. So that's come up to 33%. So does that just suggest that we need 3 of them?
Not bad.
Yeah,
perfect.
Not bad
Okay.
at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want...
I'm going to go back to the main menu. I'm not going to save.
Passport, we'll head off, shall we?
I'm going to have a little go on my own. See how it goes. Yeah, it took me a little longer to get through the tutorial than I would have liked. Yeah, overall it felt good. It'd be nice when I can start designing just everything myself rather than just trying to hit check boxes for, you know, happiness numbers. And I don't actually know what kind of animals are in the game. So, yeah, not going to do any more of them career ones right now. Cool. Yeah, and I haven't got any of the expansion packs either. I don't know whether to go sandbox or not. You can just... Oh, that's pretty cool. Indra. Hmm. I don't know what to do. Let's go franchise quickly. It'll probably take a little bit over an hour, just so... know all these points do. Alright. You need so many points to actually start a zoo. I don't know what would be more interesting. Again, mostly because I don't know what animals are in the game. Let's start with a tropical. That'd probably be pretty cool. Somewhere in Asia. Let's run through those options fairly quickly so I actually get a chance to jump in. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I think I'll definitely be sinking a few more hours into this. But yeah, for now I just want to be having a go at a few different games, just putting in my 1 hour, just to get a feel of them. And I can start to build around that then. Okay. Not much to work with. But I've just lost my head now. I don't know what I'm... Yeah. Maybe I should have thought of this. A lot of cool options. But first... Right, there's just different fonts for things. Right. What are we doing? Can we slide this? Yeah, so this is a lot of stuff that I'm just gonna have to learn as I go. I guess first thing... Alright, so... Wait. Okay, yeah. We could do with paths to begin with, which isn't even on there. So is there, like, some degree that customers want one or the other? Do staff need separate paths? That could get annoying. It needs to be the vertical one. Yeah. I get it, so it's not going up. What am I doing? Okay, so this is going to be pretty bad looking to start with because I don't know how to kind of just make a loop on my own. But we just start with that. So people come in and then they spread out each way. And it doesn't get too overcrowded immediately, is the plan. I say it's the plan, not a huge amount of planning going on here. Yeah, because there's a lot that I actually need to think about here. Maybe I should have done the other tutorials. Okay, so is that... Yeah, we don't want this stuff, do we? No. I don't think so. Let's immediately try to just build a habitat. Why don't we just try that first? Alright, so we actually need a trade center. Maybe I should ask the states. They've got a spare one left, haven't they? Trade center. Trade center. Okay. Maybe I'll just do this way as like a... Oops. Do it attached on that way. Okay, so now we can trade animals. Want something real simple to look after first. That's not going to cost us too much money. So okay. So the African buffalo can only buy females. Don't exactly know why that is, but they are cheaper. Don't know. Yeah, like I don't know what kind of size habitat they'd need, but if we just start with that first, try not to overcomplicate anything. Buffalo are going to be fairly strong, I imagine, so let's... Right, okay. Yeah, let's get something fairly strong. It's gonna have to be that red brick wall, I think. We start that here and just go to the outskirts. And then we'll build a glass. join it all up. What can go wrong? On this menu, why is that right in front of where you're clicking? Okay. So then we'll extend this path. That will do there. Before I forget, they really wanted us to be putting down those donation boxes, didn't they? So we'll stick that there. We need a gate to get in. Really doesn't like that. Right. So staff paths. Is that different? Does it? I have no idea what's going on, really. Can I build a barrier now? Gate now? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so yeah, looks like I need the staff path. Jesus. That feels a bit more overcomplicated than it had to be. I'm just going to pause because I'm probably losing money while doing that. So, really, we could do with just buying in these buffalo now, I think. And then when they're in there, we can actually start, you know, making it more suitable for them based on what we see. Yeah, I'll buy 3 for now and see what it reckons about how many there are as well. So now, facilities for guests probably be a good thing. Oh yeah, I'll have a ATM immediately. Just get your money out, fellas. Chief beef. Yeah, we'll stick that right next to the buffalo. Obviously. That we won't. Yeah, that'll go down well. Yes. Anything else we need? Do with bathrooms, I guess. If we have to. Might as well just go large. Probably not pointing towards the food though. Means we're gonna want, so probably ask for waste bins and everything, won't they? Bins, there we go. Now we can't put them down. No. But it doesn't tell us why. It has to be on any kind of path. I haven't run out of money. Yeah, I can put them down. But that looks really odd outside. Wood. Because it would, it needs to be under shelter or something. I'm sure it'd tell me. See, that needs to be right just on the edge. Looks like it should be the other way around, but as long as they got somewhere to sit, we'll just take that for now. Right, okay, so we should have, oops, apart from I had it paused, of course. Wait. So now we actually needed these other stuff as well, didn't we? Abilities, yep. And just stick that on the back, kind of hidden away there. Don't exactly see why not. Well, I feel like I may have connected the last one to a path, but I don't really know. Staff is what we wanted. Keep a hut. 17. Let's get that hut. Okay, I was happy for us just to put that down. Now, let's check quickly with the... Make sure they can go straight across into that. So it has no vets. Okay, so we may as well stick one of them down as well. I have spent a lot of money, I am aware. It has no vets or caretakers. Yet. Staff, none. Yeah, I didn't learn how to hire staff. Didn't realize. Did not realize this was going to be my kind of area. Okay, so I hired them. What's that? Need keeper. We need a caretaker. Okay, so yeah, staff can just walk around and do different things. They're not stuck to land paths that I did make. Security. Now should be. Now let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it'll start telling us that people are complaining and stuff if it goes wrong. Oh, they've just walked out of the... Ah, he hasn't. He's actually delivering the animals. Sweet. Wait, wait, okay, so... play at regular speed again. And now we can look at all the welfare stuff. So the habitat is actually fine, just... what's there? Essentially. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could just tell us, right? Okay, so Molly's African buffalo. So now if I go to habitat and type in African buffalo, this is all the stuff that they would quite like. Let's rotate that so it's actually facing towards the people. We may as well get the decent stuff. Water troll. We'll get the large one. Shit, that is massive. Okay. I was assuming the one on the bottom was going to be the biggest. So just put them down for now and see how they like it. Okay, you've only just come in though, I assume. The other one's welfare is actually really good now. So yeah. Wait, it's paused. That doesn't help. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Although it is pretty cool though. When it messes with your camera angles. This should go up. Surely. Moved. Yeah, but why? It's not telling us why. What do they need? I guess I should actually look at this enrichment thing again. But yeah, it's saying nothing's there. Because it's not been filled up. Right. I'll get fucked. Yes, as long as we're rinsing them on the food. That'll do. I wouldn't be coming here in the pissing rain though. Right. So why is this not being filled? So if I tell him to come, he's just gonna sort it out. Or can he not do anything? Okay, he just didn't do anything. Right. Do they need a path within? No, it doesn't go inside. I've absolutely fucked this. Why is... Whose job is it? Surely his. Create work zone. Okay, so staff. Right, you need a staff room as well. Hang on, let me just... You can have your staff room as long as you actually start fucking doing something. Hmm. Yeah, okay, I'm sorting it, I'm sorting it. I mean, this... Surely that's sorted. But, yeah, it's not actually... Like, here you can see that there's... Yeah, I don't understand why the path hasn't connected to that. That's my concern. Fucking had it the wrong way around. I'll move this because it's kind of irking me that that's not connected the same way. That wasn't the right way around either. That's why I thought that one was the right way around. Because that one looked like it was working. So now, I assume... Like that. I assume this works now. I mean, it's not being filled. But is that just... Right, let me... Can these not now get through because of this staff path? I mean, let's cover it over because it looks awful. Still not being used. What's wrong? Why is it not happening? I mean, it's telling me I need all of these things, but... Well, I actually just want one of my habitats to work before I start hiring everything else. Alright, I'm just gonna speed this up, see something actually happens. Oh, he's there. Doing something. Right, he's cleaning up shit. They will have nothing. Nothing. Just wondering. Why isn't this not being filled up? Wait. There. Yeah, it has been filled up. I mean, the food truck hasn't. But it means it is being done. Sweet, okay. I mean, they still hate it. Why? Does it show us how much that makes? 120 quid already. Nice. Oh. I'll just try calling him again. See if it gets done. Is it already going through months that quick? Yeah, we're in year 2 already. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, alright, we need to sort out this enrichment issue. So, because we haven't put in any toys at all. Okay, yeah, so I don't really know what they would want. Maybe it's on the filters. Species. Yeah, nothing at all. Accessible. Yeah, so that has been filled now. Right, okay. Sorted. Whoops. I'm not happy with any of this though. Which means I guess I'll just put down more, but I'll try with different ones. This is all just bedding. It's not really what I'm after. Like, what do these want as toys? It says they have 0% toy enrichment, so they must want something, but they don't want climbable branches, do they? Yeah, no idea what they want there. Yeah, maybe we actually needed to unlock more stuff before I started with this species. Try some some more small things just quickly. Small. Food truck small. See if help in any kind of way, just that we've got different types. I did just put the largest one down possible right away. I'll skip forward a little bit. Sure, yeah, I'm sure the fella will come on his own. And I didn't mean to do that. I have no idea how I'm supposed to up the meal quality. Yeah, we'll skip forward quickly. See when these get done. Alright, so it is actually cleaning stuff up. Yeah, there's nothing been put here. Food trough completely empty. Is that just broken? Right, okay. Yeah, I've got tons of stuff still to learn in this game, obviously. So I reckon I'll leave it there. And I will come back on another day and give it a few more hours. But yeah, this is my hour look at Planet Zoo. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.